Yo, what's going on, guys? Sorry it's been so long since my last video, but I'm gonna jump right into this one. I'm gonna give a lot of updates in this video. So here we got the 2019 GSXR 600. Had a little spill. I'll talk to you guys about that a little bit. We got some more updates, but let's get out there. It's about 55 degrees today. It's about to get into our non-riding season, but let's just jump into it and I'll talk to you guys on the road. Woo! I'm excited to ride today, guys. I haven't ridden in a long time. I should have worn my glasses. It's a little sunny out. So I don't even know where to go from here, but so it's a nice cool sunny day, so I figured to take the bike out. I just got everything maintenance on it. I got new tires. So why I haven't been updating for a while, I could give you guys tons of excuses and stuff, but long story short, I started having problems with my bike after an oil change. What I did was I put the oil in and measured it out when it was on a rear stand, and whenever you lower the bike back down, it raises up, which I've done it before and it must have just been on the lower side, so it didn't really matter, and this time it did. So long story short, I was having like a lot of bogging issues with my bike. It was like, it really shut off on me on the highway. I was almost an hour from my house. Thankfully I was with other riders and they helped me get home. I could go like 10 minutes at a time, but basically I couldn't ride the bike anymore. I had to get it maintenance. I was due for inspection, a lot of other things too, so it wasn't the end of the world, but it really was a big incident at the end of the day. I do have a video. Long story short, I'll just tell you, I was loading the bike up onto a truck by myself. Should have had friends to help me, which everybody was like, why didn't you just have us help you? But I was loading the bike into a friend's truck I was borrowing, so I was more worried about messing up the truck than my bike. And I was loading it up onto the ramp into the truck, had everything strapped in and had control of the bike, had a wider you'll see the video. I'm going to post it probably tomorrow after I post this video. I've been holding off on a while to post it so I could mentally and physically recover before I have to deal with people's comments and stuff. But I dropped the bike off of the ramp and it fell into my leg. I had to get like 22 stitches in my leg. Couldn't walk for like a month. I mean, I could walk, but I was limping around. Still got a pretty nasty scar. But so yeah, I put too much oil on my bike, had problems with it. It was turning off on me, all this stuff. Was loading onto the trailer and I didn't stall it, but the bike turned off on me because of the problems I was having. But it usually would ride for 5 or 10 minutes, but probably getting it on the incline messed up with the oil levels as well, and there's already problems to begin with. So the bike shut off on me, I lost control and I dropped it. So that sucked. That cost me a lot of money. I ended up getting an ambulance, which if you ever don't need an ambulance, you don't know till you know. I probably panicked and called 911, got an ambulance. They picked me up and I sat there for 4 or 5 hours until they could stitch me up. So just have someone ride you if the incident does happen. That was a fun $900,000 bill just for the ambulance, and then between the hospital stitches and everything, it was another like $500-600. So that was expensive spill. And then I had to get my bike fixed, and that was probably another $2 grand. And then also just more of a waste of money, but also not at all. So warm those tires up a little bit. What I was doing was not what I was doing. I ended up buying a second bike, so I'm pumped about it. It's a 05 636. It's got 8,000 miles on it. Got it for like 4,500. So that little spill cost me about 10 grand, but screw it, whatever. I'm in this for the long haul. Don't let any of that kind of stuff discourage you. I was a little down and dirty for a little bit, but you gotta just keep pushing through, be positive, and just follow your passions in life, things that you enjoy. And I wasn't giving up. I wasn't letting that stop me, especially because I wasn't even riding the bike. It was just a one of those things. You rush and mistakes happen, you live and learn. So that's where I've been. Before that, I was just probably being a little lazy on my videos. The whole point of this YouTube channel, to me at least, is to share my journey from day one of getting a new motorcycle. So I kind of wanted to take a little break from it and just keep riding, and then maybe come back to you guys and have better riding skills, more stories, stuff like that. Man, I really should wear sunglasses today. It was shady whenever I was driving home from work, and then it got real sunny, which is awesome, but can't see anything. This helmet doesn't have a visor, but at least I'm nice and toasty. I got my heated socks on, got my heated grips running. Any of that stuff I use, I always post in the description below. if you guys want to check any of that stuff out. Definitely if you want to extend your riding year, especially when you're spending all this money on these hobbies and these bikes, and you can get an extra month in early and out. I think it kind of pays for itself, getting those extra things and just making your ride more comfortable. But back to what I was saying, long story short, which I keep saying that word, my friends call me out on it. I always say it like it's not even a short story. But I dumped my bike off of a truck, got a bunch of stitches, hurt my leg, hurt my confidence, and got a second bike, and now I'm back out here and I'm feeling pretty good. I don't want to talk too much because I do want to go back and show you the other bike. I'm going to ride for a while, but I don't want to be distracted riding when I'm talking. So I'll probably chime back in here in a little bit. I'm going to get some miles under my belt today and just kind of enjoy the ride. But I'll record, but I don't want to be distracted talking to you boys, so boys and girls. Woo! So thanks for checking back in. Let's keep it going. Gotta get that volume up. Definitely recommend getting some speakers for your helmet. Man, this thing feels so tight and good. Oh man, the last few times I rode this bike, it was like just not reliable, wouldn't turn on. It was just problems after problems. It feels so good to get on this thing and just be able to turn and just everything. Fresh tires. I gotta take it a little easy because it's cold out and they're brand new, but they kind of feel real sticky right now, so I'm gonna enjoy it while it is. But pretty windy. Let's get a little stander here. Woo! Look at this. This time. Man, I miss it. Got my new riding shoes now. I got these black like high top Jordans. I love these shoes, but the one shoe squeaks. So whenever I'm walking around like on hardwood floors, I can just hear every step is squeak, squeak, squeak. So they're my dedicated new riding shoes. Hopefully I can break those bad boys in. It's right on my right toe. So that works out because my other shoes had holes in them in the toes for me just dragging on the corners being an idiot. But no regrets, that was good times. So everything works out for a reason, guys. Hopefully everyone's doing well out there. You guys had a good Halloween, Thanksgiving coming up, Christmas, all the holidays. Definitely just gonna be a good time. I'm positive. I'm in a good mind state, so that's the best time to ride too. There was a point in time where I wasn't doing videos and I would ride here and there, but I wasn't just, you know, when you get on the bike, you're excited and you're pumped, or sometimes you're just like kind of in a weird mood. It's not a good state of mind to ride in, especially to record in, so that's probably part of why I wasn't posting as much as well. But I can't tell you guys how good it feels to be out here today. Some nice double wides up here. I always like those. Been a minute since I've been on the bike. Not the best idea here, but I'm gonna try to send her up a little bit after this car maybe. A little pop up. Feels good with the new tire though. My old tire, every time I tried to throw it up, clutch it up, I would just slide a little bit until I got the bike like really warmed up and sticky tires, but it was getting on the bare end of its tread, so it feels nice to have a fresh tire back there. Yeah, it does. Woo! The other day I was riding my new bike, and I haven't ridden in a while. Kind of just weird controls on it, just everything I understand, but it's just weird to get used to it. Like the handlebars are up on those dirt bike handlebars, which is going to be really nice for the future, but wasn't really used to it yet. Didn't really trust the tires that much. Didn't trust the bike. It was a used bike, obviously. It just takes a little time to get used to it. But I went for a little ride the other day, and when I brought that bike home, another story. So I bought that bike, I'm down and dirty for having my accident, having to pay for everything, just being injured. And then I get that bike, my buddy rides it home for me because I'm still in stitches. And I figured by the time I'm healed, my bike will be healed. But then I also wanted to just have a second bike as a backup because I just hated having an unreliable bike, and it was really bothering me. So we got this bike, he rode it home. It was like a 40-minute drive. 35 minutes in, we're 5 minutes from my house, bike turns off on him, but it's overheating. It was a hot day. I don't know if he was riding in low gears. I mean, I trust him. It wasn't his fault. But the bike shut off on him from overheating. Had to like creep home every like couple miles. We'd ride a few minutes, it'd turn off, we'd pull over. I was falling on my car. So I happened to be twice in a row. I went from my bike breaking down, dropping it, getting a new bike, it breaking down on the way home. So I just didn't trust the bike. But it never happened to the previous owner. It was a hot day. We were sitting in a lot of lights. So once it was a cooler day, I just went for another ride again anyways. And everything was fine, but I was going into like a turn like that, and there was a bunch of gravel. Kind of slid out a little bit, and literally a car pulled up like as I was making the turn to sit at the stop sign, and I almost slid into the car. So I was really having a hot streak, guys. When I tell you, I was taking a little break just from everything mentally and posting videos. My first experience riding in months after getting hurt on the new bike. It doesn't overheat because it's a cool day, but I almost slide out into a car in a turn. So yeah, just be careful out there, guys. But it's always silly when it's like the slow speed stuff. I mean, I was probably going 20 miles an hour into a turn, and I think I was wearing like a long sleeve shirt. I would have been pretty banged up. I would have went under the car, into the car. I mean, it would have really been bad. So yeah, be careful there, guys. But that's another story, because that turn's coming up here on the right. I was just thinking about it, because you get back on the bike, you get comfortable, and you start going fast in a straight line, but you gotta be going slow on those turns, and you don't know what's around the corner, and you don't know if the surface is going to be clean. So yeah, another little side note for you guys. Really wish I wasn't behind this truck though. Kind of want to go around them, but don't want to push my luck. This has been my first time riding, and really, besides that one incident with the new bike, it's probably been, I don't even know how long, it's probably been 3 or 4 months. So I missed a big chunk of like the perfect riding season. But to be fair, my work hours kind of stink. So like, I go to work at like noon and get home at like 10. So you're going like sometimes nice part of the day, but you don't know if you're going to leave and it's going to be 60 or it's going to be 40 or it's going to be 80 and raining. So it's not really worth it. And then the one day I did ride my white bike, I think after getting it fixed. Yeah, this bike, I rode it one time after getting it fixed, and I rode to work, rode like 30 minutes in the morning, battery was all good, turned up right away, and I rode it, so it kind of like charges the battery. I go to leave work at night, it was probably like in the 50s, it was pretty, like there was a little bit of dew on the bike, like it was cold, and it didn't start up for me. So I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, my luck was just, I was telling you guys, I was on a roll. But the bike didn't turn on. I literally just like clutching it, slamming on the brakes, like just moving it back and forth, and I didn't know where it turned on after a good old Hail Mary. And I went home, but I was like, do I really have to go back inside work right now and ask somebody if I can jump my bike off of their car, if anyone even has anything? So yeah, that happened first time riding this bike. This is the second time. After spending $2,000 on getting everything fixed, I had to get the oil drain plug re-drilled out because I stripped it, also on top of me putting too much oil in. I'll tell you what, just talking out loud, hearing what I did, I'm just so mad at myself, but I'm good now. But yeah, that was the bike didn't even turn on. So back to what I was saying, last few months I haven't been riding much, but at the same time, there's not many opportunities for me to ride besides the weekends, and that's really the main time for me to ride. And sometimes friends take priority over the bike, it's just easier. And if you're going out and stuff, don't be drinking and riding. So I'll just be hanging out with friends, because I've a lot of my riding group has kind of gotten smaller around here. So hopefully I find some more guys. I know a lot of people in the city near me, but not too many people that live within like 10 minutes of me. I used to have 2 or 3 buddies, but they've moved or sold their bikes. So it's nice to be riding solo. I like it, but at the same time, especially when you have problems with your bikes, and you're it's nice to have someone, if anything happens, with you. I didn't have them ride with me, so that also is kind of a deterrent of riding. I'm passing these guys, this is ridiculous. I can get a window how I'm gonna do it, but story time for real today. This video is gonna be a long one, guys. Saddle in, because I'm still gonna go to the gas station and then ride about 25 minutes home. I'm obviously gonna edit this, and then I'm gonna show you the bike back at home, and then you get to see the nice fall video. I'll do that separate. It's like a 2-minute video. Just be kind in the comments, please. I can take whatever comments people give me, but whenever I first had it happen, I really didn't want to post it and get a bunch of crap from people. So I'll be on Dan the Fireman channel before you know it. Actually, it's funny, I don't even know why it recorded me loading the bike. I haven't done a video in forever, and I just randomly threw my phone up on a stand and did a quick video. I'm like, ah, why not just do a quick video? Why not? Just me loading up the bike. I want to see it from the side view. Maybe I can like learn from mistakes and stuff. Obviously I did. Oh, but yeah, I did the video, and then whenever the ambulance were picking me up, they were like, what happened? I'm like, do you want to see? So I got a picture of the back of the ambulance with one of the guys. Hopefully he doesn't get in trouble or anything. I'm going to probably post the picture in the video. But yeah, I was like, honestly, I can't really explain what happened. I just dropped my bike on my leg, and then he saw my legs, like, wow, you really did, because I mean, my leg was wide open. Like, I almost passed out. So like, whenever I saw it, I like hopped back over. You'll see it in the video. Come on. Yeah, let's do this. But yeah, I almost passed out whenever I saw the wound. It was pretty intense, I'm not gonna lie. Damn it. Yeah, whenever I looked down, I just like, oh, I'm fine. I was like checking my chest and my body and stuff, and I look at my leg and I just saw like almost bone. They had to do like a layer of like fat stitches and then another layer on top. So that was a lot of fun. And whenever it first happened, it got me straight there, stitched me up, sweet, take me an hour. I was like on my way to drop off the bike at the dealership and then go straight to work, so I had to like call off of work and like work with my family. So that's a fun conversation. I'm talking to like my parents and stuff, and just the perfect storm. But yeah, it was a gnarly cut. I've never had anything like that before. I've had never broken a bone still, knock on tank. I've had concussions, dislocated joints and stuff. Like I had like a mini blood clot in my arm once. I've got stitches now, but still, I guess I drank enough milk as a kid, which is ironic because I was lactose intolerant. I grew out of that though. But yeah, I haven't broken a bone yet. I don't want to jinx myself, but who really cares about, I mean, I'm not worried about jinxes. But yeah, I'm curious to see people's feedback and how much attention that fall video gets. I think I'm going to name it like how not to load a motorcycle into a truck. But let's get away from these trucks and actually have a nice ride without some room to gallop. My mind always goes all over the place when I'm riding and also trying to talk on the camera. Kind of just go in like cruise control, honestly. Clear for a little bit. Yeah, right there will get you if cars coming up. They just turn right away. No one's fault if you're coming around the turn going 70 and they're coming up to a 30 and they're making a quick turn. You'll sneak up on them. So obviously, but still. I do want to get some nice pulls in today, but also I want to have a nice safe ride as always. Nice deer season as well. I saw some deer this morning. Woo! I love that on the hill. Oh, there's a squirrel. But yeah, this morning I was going somewhere like 7 in the morning. Got a lot done today before like noon or 1, which was awesome. Usually I like sleep in and stuff with work, but today I was feeling good, so I got up early, did some stuff. But as soon as I left my house, I was like not even 100 yards from my house. 3 deer sprinted across the road, and there was a ton of cars out because everyone's going to work, and I like just missed it. My windshield was still defrosting and stuff. That would have really sucked too after I just hit a deer in my car. Well, a deer hit me in my car like a few months ago, the day before my lease was up, which actually was a blessing in disguise because they actually just took it and they fixed everything, gave me a new car, so I didn't have to deal with insurance or anything. But I was driving and it was kind of a spot like that, like a fence, or it was actually just real thick trees. The deer ran out of the trees and ran to the side of my car. I never even saw it. It literally hit the side of my car and like shifted me. Like my whole car like budged. And then some lady came out and started yelling at me. It was the most insane. I can't make this stuff up, honestly. I was doing nothing wrong. I was driving my car home from work, and this deer comes out of the woods out of like a blind spot and just ran to the side of me. I never saw it. I mean, thankfully I wasn't on my bike. It was just my car. but it hit the right side of my car. If I had a passenger or if I had my window down, like I swear the deer would have came into my car. It hit me so hard, it was going full speed. And then I pull over and the deer ran away. It was fine. I literally saw it shake its head and run away. It was this like big doe. And then some lady like gardening came out and yelled at me like, slow down. And I was like, for like honestly, like I'm not gonna lie, if I'm going fast and I do something stupid, like I'll take blame for it or whatever. But I was going the speed limit and this lady yells at me and she's like, going 40 effing miles an hour. And I was like, it's a 35. I probably was. Yeah, I was like, I put my hands up at her, just shook my head and walked away. It was a nice little cop right there. But yeah, I just shook my head and walked away. There was literally, I was so mad about the car and just everything. And then this lady came out on top of it. I'm like, this is just like too much for me right now. I have to just walk away from it. So I like called and reported it just in case I had to with insurance, and then just went home. Car was still drivable, but it smashed in the mirror, dented the door, and then also dented the rear right tire fender above. Like the deer hit my right door and like rolled, and then it's like back or something, or butt used to like must have hit the back of the car. So literally the whole side of the car just got mangled. So yeah, I tell you what, some crazy luck I've been having. Yeah, baby. Probably just gonna skip the gas station and head back home, but I'm having fun. Good ride. I'm definitely content right now, just getting this video going and getting some miles under my belt. Let's just get home without a speeding ticket, and this would be a solid day. Oh, any of you guys, I just thought of speaking of betting my luck. I've been starting doing these sports bets this year. So and that's another thing I've been was doing amazing. I was up like $1,800. We're doing like these $100 unit bets, and like we like paid for someone to give us their bets and everything. So I don't really trust myself to make those decisions. But long story short, for the 7th time I've said that, we were up almost like 2 grand, 1,800. Now I'm down like 600, but at one point we were down like 2,000. And I'm not like a gambler like that. Like I do $5 bets and I'm like nervous about it. Like it's just not my personality. But I definitely like investments, so I can look at a larger sum of money and handle it better than like individually losing $100. But as a whole, I can like kind of sum it up in my mind a different way. But if any of you guys do DraftKings or Barstool, maybe I'll post my links below if you guys want to get into it. I know like new users get $100 when they sign up. So I think you have to like deposit 100, but they give you 100, and I'll get 100 too. I think you can do it to like 5 people, but out of like if I get 1,000 views on this video or whatever I get, 5 or 10 of you guys want to check out that link, and you guys can comment or maybe leave my email or something, hit me up, and we can figure it out. You get some free cash, and maybe I'll give you some of my bets for the night or something, because we like pay for the bets, so he like keeps them private. So maybe work something out there, make a little money for both of us while I'm on the topic of kind of risking and betting stuff. That's something else new I've been up to. Has highs and lows. After the season's over, I did NFL's package, and then we did an NBA package. So after those are both over, or once I'm up again a good bit, if I can make $1,000, it'd be awesome. And then I'm just cashing out and not doing any betting for a while. But yeah, getting those like free $100 bets, you can bet on something that's a good odds that you're likely to win. Mainly win like $50, but you also could throw in like a parlay and maybe win a ton, but that's definitely more risk. More risk, more money. So much traffic though right now. I don't know if I should be going straight here or pick another road. This doesn't look like a good idea, but whatever. I'm listening to California right now on my headset. Maybe I should start doing some lane splitting. What do you say? Oh my gosh, I definitely should have went on a different road. I had like mapped out in my head this road I wanted to take, so I was on it this morning and there was nobody out, and then thinking it'd be the same thing now, and that's just stupid because it's busy as hell. Don't know why. Only in the township I live in, bunch of moms that don't have work. I was gonna say, it's literally 3 o'clock on a Friday. You think everyone would be at work. Like, I don't know what all these people do. I have a weird schedule too, so I guess I can't really speak for them, but I'm like, why are there so many cars out here? What do you, like, don't you have stuff to do? The thing that stinks too, there's constant red lights on this road, so if you pass one, then you get stuck at the red light. They sit behind you and just, not a fun time. I think I'm gonna go right up here. Even though going straight's better roads, but there's also a really good chance of there being more cops. Not real sure what the best thing to do would be. Nightmare. Yeah, see, there's that yellow light. Love it. Yeah, it's probably perfect time, man. I got like 30 minutes on the GoPro. Get like a 40-minute battery out of this thing. I have another battery in my pocket, but I'm not gonna go through all that trouble. Let's just go up here, probably hit 1 or 2 straightaways if there's no cars, whatever, and then I'm gonna get back to my place, show you the other bike. Maybe I'll post that other video tomorrow, or maybe the same day. I don't really care. The algorithm stuff I know can like benefit in certain ways, but I'm not really too worried about that. I just kind of do this stuff for fun, honestly. I do get some money for it though, so I appreciate you guys. If you're not already subscribed and you want to subscribe, like the video, leave a comment, tell me if you made it to the end. Any of that stuff definitely helps out. Not a good idea here, there's always cops. They know what they're doing though. Like, why is there like the traffic just stop here though? You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. I don't feel like running from a cop either, which I've never done. Never had the reason to. Where's he go? If I see lights, I'm turning right. If I don't, I'm waiting at the light. Be sick if I got up in that right lane at the right time and just went over, because this road up here is awesome. I want to push my luck. Famous. Just whoop whoop. Before we piss off too many people. Oh shit, that's too much fun. But this turn is short. Alright, I'm going slow into this turn, but come on, man. Man, what an amazing ride today. I'm in a great mood. I really was due for it. My bike stalled for me the first time at this light. I had like an hour ride, came back here, stopped here, and it just right about now it died. I started pushing off side of the road and I like slammed on the brakes, turned it back on, and went back home. Didn't think twice about it after the fact. And then the next ride was 45 minutes away in Cranberry on the highway, and my bike broke down. I was with like 10 other riders. They're all going like $120. I'm going like 90 trying to catch up because my bike's like lugging on me, I can tell it's like it's about to die on me. But I'm like, I gotta catch up to him to tell him. And I was like kind of giving him a hand signal and stuff, but he thought I needed gas. They're like, oh yeah, next exit. I'm like, no, you don't understand. And then my bike died. I called them, they turned back and saved the day. But yeah, that was the red light that it turned off on me. Hopefully this video is not too long. I'm definitely gonna chop it up, which you guys already know. But I want to show the other bike just for 2 minutes real quick, and I'll do a review on that. And I still need to get it inspected and everything, and probably just do new fluids and everything, tighten it up, do a big clean on it. So that should be another video in the future. But I definitely would just let you guys see it. I gotta show you off the bike. It's exciting. Getting reckless out here. I need to get home. Get me home. I don't like go too fast in first gear because I feel like it's harder to shift into second if you kind of overdo it. But I knew it was going to slow down right here. Man, these heated grips have really saved the day. It's a little chilly out now, but I'm like so comfortable. This is perfect. Got my heated grips on like 50%, got my heated socks on. I get cold real easy though. I can handle cold, but not my fingers and toes. And those are pretty important when you're riding a motorcycle. Gotta have that throttle control, clutch, brake, shifting, rear brake, all that good stuff. So yeah, whenever you're riding and your body goes numb, not a good thing. My core will always stay warm. Like when I first got this bike, I was riding when it was 30 degrees out. Like I was snow on the ground. If there wasn't salt on the roads and it was sunny out, I was riding that thing. I was learning to ride in the cold. So, and I don't regret it, but it definitely didn't help out my my hands and feet. They get worse every year. I'm only 25. Oh well. Bigger problems. Alrighty, let's get this bad boy back into the garage. I'll pull out the other bike. I got them on a trickle charger. Both these bikes, I forgot if I said the other day, but both of them wouldn't start up after I had one cold day. And I usually turn these things on like once a week or so, even when I'm not riding, because I usually don't charge them over the winter. Because if it's I don't like to just kind of set them up for winter. I'll run them. I won't put any fuel stabilizer, because if I have one nice day and I can ride, you bet your ass I'm gonna do it. So I like to keep them ready to go. But this bike is a pain because I have to, like any bike, you gotta take the seat off, you gotta pop off the fairings, you gotta get to the battery, you gotta jump start it or trickle charge it, and then if you want to ride, you gotta take it all apart. So I got one of those quick easy connects for the bike, so now I can just pop off one of the side fairings. It's just like a real easy, take me a second. I can just plug it in and then undo it whenever I want. And I believe my other bike has one too from the previous owner. Like, guy was telling me when I bought it, it was like, oh, there's a charger here, and I thought he meant like for a phone charger. It was a real weird outlet. I'm like, oh wait. And I plugged in before I left. But yeah, I plugged in before I left, so hopefully it starts up for us and I can show you it. Turn that bad boy off. That is nice though, with that this heated. Come on, go into first gear for me, whatever. Oh, but if you have to turn that off, it won't kill the battery. It will eventually save itself, which is nice. But let's go ahead and check out the second bike, guys. Alrighty guys, so we got her all fired up. Do a little quick walk around. So yeah, here we go. We got the two here. I think I made this video long enough today, so I'll probably cut it kind of short. But yeah, we got the 2005 636 Kawasaki here. So yeah, I'm gonna go through all the parts and stuff on a different day, but I thought I'd just show you guys real quick. If you guys made it all the way to the end, make sure you comment below. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys in the next one.